a couple more that she's going to have to do for her test, and this is how she makes a subtraction number sentence with some missing addends. So she's going to read that Braxton had some Skittles in a bowl. He ate 163. He has 109 Skittles left. How many Skittles did he start with? So we are going to look at the fact that he ate some, and we see the word left, and that tells us that we're going to be doing subtraction. So Braxton had some Skittles in a bowl. He ate 163, so he's minusing 163 from what he had, and now he has 109 left. So the part-whole box that I show them, and just like in the other video, where the addition whole number is at the end, in a subtraction sentence, I told them the whole number is always at the beginning. So this is going to be the whole number. I don't know what it is, so I can't put that in there. But I do know the two parts that equal the whole number. And I told them when they see the box and it's like this, and they know the two parts, it's like a candy bar that you break into two pieces. If you put the two pieces back together, you get the whole candy bar. So I tell them to solve this in that way. This is kind of like these two pieces added together equals this. So they will do 163 plus 109, and I'm going to solve it in the break apart way. 163, 100, 0, and 9. So the first thing they're going to do is do 100 plus 100 equals 200. And then they're going to do the tens. 60 plus 0 equals 60. And then they're going to do the ones. 3 plus 9 equals 12. So then they're going to want to add these three numbers together. 200 plus 60 plus 12. And Heaven would probably need to break this apart just to see it into the tens and the ones spot. So she's going to see that 10 could go over here, and this number can now be 70. So it's 200 plus 70 plus 2 would equal 272, which would be our whole number. And that would be the beginning of our sentence. So he started out with 272 Skittles. Now I'm going to show you another one where the missing addend is in a different spot.
Cut.
No, keep going so you can watch on the same one. Nate had 364 puzzle pieces. He gave Lincoln some. Now he has 217 pieces left. How many puzzle pieces did he give to Lincoln? So the story starts with the sentence, Nate has 364 puzzle pieces. He gave Lincoln some, but we don't know the number that he gave away. Now, after he gave them away, he has 217 pieces. So how many puzzle pieces did he give away is what we are trying to find out. So again, I want them to draw the part whole. We do know the big number, which is 364. And we know one of the parts, 217. So now we just need to figure out what the missing number was. So I would just use this right here to make the new number sentence. They can do 364 minus 217 equals, that's our missing number. If I do this in a break apart way, I am not going to break this number apart because it's subtraction. And I always tell them it's like the pig's house that's built out of brick that can't be broken up. So they would just be breaking this one up into 200, 10, and 7. And they would want to do 364 minus 200 equals 164. And then they're going to take their 164 and subtract the 10, which is going to give them 154. And then they're going to take their 154 minus 7, which is going to give them 147. Heaven may need to count back. They have a hard time going back into the beginning of the next set of tens. So the answer would be 147. And that would be doing the break apart way. If they wanted to do a number line, they would draw their number line. They're going to put their big number right here, 364. And on the number line, when they're subtracting, I tell them they're going this way. And they would just hop 217 and what number they end up on is going to be their missing number. So I tell them to still break it apart into 210 and 7. So the first hop they're going to make is 2 hundreds. So this number, I tell her when we're doing the hundreds, it's just going to change that number. And then this number would be 164. Then she's only going to have to hop back 110. And this is where she sometimes gets messed up because she's in the 100 hopping mode. She has a hard time switching to the next one. So I tell her it's 10. So now we're just changing this one. So the new number is going to be 154. And then she's going to hop back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I just like them to show all of their, because a lot of them will hop too many or they won't hop enough. So then she's only going to be changing this one number. So 153, 152, 151, 150, 149. And again, that's where they all start counting up again. They'll go from 150 and then they'll go 151 and they'll start counting back up. So 148, 147. So 147 is the answer. That would be my missing part, 147. And so those are the two different ways I like to show them how to do it. So on the test, they're going to have to read a story problem and be able to tell whether it's addition or subtraction, where the missing number is. And we've worked on a lot of these at school. So to help her at home, I would make some number sentences with the missing addends, addition and subtraction, and help her write some story problems. On the test, she's only going to have to write story problems for addition number sentences, but I would just write some story problems out like this, make up some numbers, and have her practice making number sentences and being able to tell where the missing number should go.